Hi, I'm Jenni Carlson with NewsOK.com here at Boone Pickens Stadium with Mr. Boone Pickens. Boone, thanks so much for taking some time today.
Jenny, glad to do it.
Well, this is your first tour of the finished West End Zone. Talk a little about your impressions of this.
Well, I was here a couple of months ago, and I'm not really a good guy on concepts. So for you to tell me what was going to be in this big room, I would not grasp it. I did today. I grasped it today. It's big. It's a big day for me. It's a big day for OSU, the team, and Coach Holder and all of us. Burns. We're all Oklahoma State Cowboys. So.
You had a chance to look around the training room, the locker room, a lot of the facilities behind the scenes. You have a locker in the locker room. Do you have any remaining eligibility you want to tell us about?
Well, actually, I do have some eligibility left. But you know what happens once you start on your eligibility, you have to finish it in 5 years. And so I don't have. I thought I had some eligibility, but I don't have.
And then you were in the weight room actually using some of the machines. These are some of the best machines, facility. I mean, everything's top notch. That has to make you pretty pleased.
Well, I asked them down there, if you heard me ask, I said, is this the best? And they said it was. And I said, good, that's what I want it to be, the best.
Well, can I ask you from an input standpoint, did you have much input in how the money was going to be spent and what kind of facilities were going to be downstairs?
Not really. I didn't. Holder kind of updated me from time to time, but I don't get into that any more than I get into telling Mike Gundy who he should play or what kind of plays he should run. It's not my business, and I've got a full-time job, but they tell me and I listen. But to see it, I've got to see it to understand it. So that's about where I am.
So now the bricks and mortar are in place. Now comes the what now, the expectation of what can this football program become. What are your expectations as the major donor of this facility, what you'd like to see?
Well, I'm already on record, in Dave's column over at Tulsa that, I thought we'd be 11-0 when we played the Sooners. And hope that's it. but if it doesn't happen, we are getting chances, and that's what's important. Once you start getting chances, that you're gonna start bagging some wins, and so this could be a great year for us. It could be something less than that. I'm not foolish enough to think that we have to win to be happy every time. So it's we'll see how the year goes.
Did you have in your mind's eye when you set out and gave this gift that you would want in 5 or 10 years or whatever the time frame might be to have a conference championship or to be in a BCS Bowl? Did you have those type of expectations in mind?
I sure did.
Would you mind sharing them?
Well, when does it come? The sooner the better. At my age, I'm not working on a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. I'm working on one that'll happen as quick as possible. And so, but again, I've been around a long time, and I've had a lot of victories, and I've had some losses. And so it's, we'll just see how it unfolds. But I don't. If you notice, when we win, I'm not turned like this. I'm like this. And when we lose, I'm turned like this, not like this. So I don't go in the tank on a loss, and I don't go through the ceiling on a win. So it's going to be a fun year, however it comes out.
What do you think about the preseason hype and talk about the Cowboys? Because Sports Illustrated on the cover, a lot of people really think this is going to be a great year. Have you heard that, and are you sort of getting wrapped up in some of the hype and talk as well?
Well, sure. I mean, when you have Mike Gundy's done a very good job. He's assembled a very good staff, and they've recruited well, and we know we have some very good players, and we know we can score. We've struggled with defense, and so all of us are looking forward to a better year for the defense than we had in the past. So as it unfolds, but at the same time, you look down south here, and what do you got? You got a guy that was Heisman Trophy winner, and he wants to come back for another year. I'd have given anything. Sam Bradford had gone on to the pros, but he says he's having too much fun. And then you look at Colt McCoy down to Austin, and he's having a lot of fun too, so he comes back. And, well, what do we got? We're playing the same guys that were tough last year, and we can't be foolish about what we think we're going to do, but we know we're in the game. We know that we're going to be competitive.
You talked a little bit in the post-tour press conference about the Georgia game, and that sort of leads not only to the first step for this season, but the next step for this whole expansion, which is getting a lot more people to come to Cowboy games. Could you talk a little bit about your focus on that? That sounds like that's the next thing, the next step.
Well, we got to fill up the stadium. There's no question about that. And you know, Holder has a plan for doing it, and I'm with Holder, and whatever his plan is, I'm for that plan. And so, but we're still, you know, we're wading in. We're not jumping in. And I think, you know, there's no question we've sold more, what do you call it? Season tickets. Yeah, I drew a blank. Season tickets than we've ever sold before. And so it's gonna be a good year for us.
Now, what was that expected score you'd like to see? You were equating it to a House bill, I believe.
It was House Bill 1622. John Sullivan got passed 3 weeks ago, and it was like 387 for, 24 against. And I said I'd like to see that same score on September 5th. It's hard to do, though.
That might be a record-breaking day for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, thanks, Boone. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you.